Hi, good day, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are tuning in from. This is your Lady P. Love. We are today live again on career. I want to appreciate those who have subscribed to the channel once more. And those who are yet to do so, please do well to subscribe. Please subscribe, okay? Hit the notification button so that you'll be alerted whenever we go live or when we upload new videos. You can follow us on our social medias on Facebook at Plove Beauty Palace, Instagram, Plove Beauty Palace 1, just together. Pinterest, Plove Beauty Palace, Twitter, Plove Beauty Palace. And do your shopping via plove.org for your high quality beauty products. We got you covered. All right. Okay, let's hit into today's program. I'm privileged to have a wonderful lady, a lady who is focused, who is determined, who has a sense of focus and direction on where she's heading to, and who has not allowed anything to distract her. You will agree with me that in the world we are now, a lot of things can distract one easily from his or her career. Yeah. And so many persons have excuses why they fail in the areas of their career or whatever they set out their talent or time to do. But today we are going to try as much as God helping us to do justice to solutions that can help you. All right. I have Chidera Ilechukwu with me. She has a bachelor degree from Bowen University, master degree for Lancaster University from UK, and she's currently working teaching in Xi'an English School in Japan. Hope I got the name. All right. She has worked in Nigeria. She has worked in the United Kingdom, and presently she's working in Japan. And did I tell you all of this all happened while she's still her under 25 years? All right. So please let's meet this beautiful young lady, spirit-filled and focused. Her name is Chidera Ilechukwu. Okay. So hi.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm very well. I'm very well. Thank you
Oh
for
my
having me on
God.
the show.
Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Thank you
Mm,
for accepting to do this. We are really grateful. Thank
Thank
you so much. Yeah.
you.
Okay, so today the topic we're handling has to do with being prepared ahead of, before opportunities. So we
Yeah.
have few questions we want to ask you.
Yeah.
Thus far we have seen how much you have been so focused and determined, and all you've been able to achieve. And I know you are yet to achieve more. Yes, because you're an ambitious lady, and not just only that, your focus is on God. And I know when you are with God, nothing can be a limit, on your way. And I know you're yet to conquer more ground. So today, some youth who want to hear from you and be encouraged on how far and the journey of your success so far. So the first question we have is I want to ask you, what does it mean? What does it entail to prepare ahead of opportunities? What does it entail?
I think the key word there is ahead.
Ahead.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
being prepared ahead before an opportunity. So, basically, oftentimes it's easy for us to have this big, huge dream of something we
Mm,
want to do, a company you want to work at, a country you want to go to, anything really. It's easy to have all of those big dreams.
mm,
But sometimes we aren't ready when these opportunities come knocking. It's either
mm-hmm,
we don't realize when we have this opportunity, or
yeah.
we do realize we grab the opportunity, but then because we're not ready for it, we
Mm,
can't manage it well, and we end up
mm,
letting ourselves or other people down. So
mm,
I'd say being prepared ahead is knowing what you want to do,
mm,
getting yourself ready, get the required skills,
mm,
qualification, whatever it is you need. So when that time comes, when you get that job or when the opportunity comes your way, you're ready
Mm.
and you can confidently grab the opportunity
Grab
and
it.
do well in it.
This is it. This is it. Being ready, really seriously, because like you said, most times the opportunity comes,
Yeah.
but the person isn't ready. I've seen so many persons who have, even in business, in career and life generally, things
Mm-hmm.
just happen. You want this, but you are not ready for that. And most of
Exactly.
those times, people end up regretting why they missed it. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We have a okay. Unsuna Ahile is saying hello. Hello, thank you for joining us. We are
Thank
so glad
you.
to have you. Yeah. And this Foxy man says very true. Yeah. There are thank you for that wisdom. Is gotten.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Saint Shop says yes. Thank you. The
Mm.
wisdom is gotten. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please invite others to come. I'm sure your life will be blessed today. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, the next question now is what lesson can you teach other youths of your age, sorry, in your journey, career wise, having gotten opportunities in different countries of the world? You know, what what should other youths learn from you? You've gotten opportunities and you want to know what can help us.
Well, I like to see myself as a thinker and a planner.
Oh my God.
So I like to
Mm,
think and plan way ahead of things. That's
mm,
just the way it works for me. And
mm,
in addition to thinking and planning, I like to pray about everything, really. So basically, planning or thinking, doing my research, and praying. Those are the three key things for me.
mm, mm, mm.
Right, to break it down, in
Okay.
terms of the thinking planning process,
Yeah.
there are 5 questions I usually ask myself that guide me in the process. Yeah,
Mm.
so I'm a teacher, so you remember the WH questions from English
Yeah.
grammar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I use WH questions when I plan or think. So basically, what do I want to do? Why do I want to do it? When, where do I want to do it? And how can I get myself from where I am now to where I want to be?
Mm,
So those are like the main questions, and we
mm.
can talk about them, each of them, as we go on. We can start with the first question.
Yeah, you can. Okay.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What?
So what do I want to do? What do you want to do? All of us viewing, what do you want to do really? Is it
Mm,
school? Do you want to get an education? Do you want to get a new job? Do you want to move to a different country or city?
mm,
Anything really, but what is it that you want
mm-hmm.
to do?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very important question. Sometimes I've spoken to a few people and they're like, I want to get a job. I'm like, so what kind of job do you want to get? And they're like,
Mm.
anything, any job. You can't want any job. There has to be
Yeah,
something you want. There
yeah,
has to be
that's
something you
right.
can do, really.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
just want any job, if I tell you, okay, come and be my cleaner, you say,
Yeah,
no, I cannot be a cleaner. But that's a job. So
yeah.
you need to define what you want to do, and then
Mm-hmm.
after that, you can move on from there.
Mm,
Um, so defining that is very important. The second question will be why.
mm,
So why? For example, in the words I said, I want to I want to study. I want to do a master's degree after my undergrad. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Now, what do I want to study? I want to study English language and literature for my master's degree. Why do I want to study English language and literature? Why do I want to go abroad to study English language and literature?
Mm,
Why can't
mm,
I do it back home in Nigeria?
mm,
And so I think I've done a degree in Nigeria. Having
mm,
another degree from a different country gives
mm,
me better opportunities. It
mm,
gives me new experience
mm.
and other things like that. So, what you want to do and why you want to do it. The why doesn't have to be some big, huge plan. I want to be the president. It doesn't have to be any grandiose thing.
You're
It could just
right.
be something as simple as I want a new experience. I just want a new challenge. It could be anything really. But why do you want to do it? Understanding that purpose, that why, that's the purpose,
Mhm.
is what is going to guide you when things get tough. So when you begin to face challenges, you
Mhm.
remember why you set out to do this
You
thing in the first
started it.
place,
Yeah.
and then it
Yeah.
helps you to carry on.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
the third question.
Okay.
Third question is
Yeah.
where? Where do I want to do this thing?
Listen.
Right. I say I want to study a master's degree in English language and literature. Now, where do I want to do it? Okay, now I've said I want to do that outside Nigeria. There are so many countries in the world. Now,
Mm.
which country am I going to go to do it? If somebody wants to move to a different city in Nigeria, there are so many states, 36
Mhm.
states plus the federal capital, and so many
Mhm.
cities and towns in each of these places.
Mhm.
Where you want to move to a different country, there are so many countries in the seven continents. Where do you want to go? So sometimes defining the where can be really, really, really tough for
Mm.
many of us.
Mm.
So personally, I like to use an elimination method.
Okay.
For example, I want to do a master's degree in English. I want to do a master's degree in English outside Nigeria.
Yeah.
It only makes sense to me and to many other people. If you want to study English, go to an
Mm.
English speaking country, for example.
Country. Wow, that's good. That's good.
So now all the other non native English speaking countries are
Yeah.
eliminated from the list.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a few left. Now, which of these few do I want to go to? So I read about these countries, I weigh different things, and then I finally make my choice. This is where I want to go to. So where?
Mm.
So, for example, now I work in Japan. Uh, in 2018, I was working in a bank, and
Mm.
I decided I want to change jobs. I want to get a different job. Now, what do I want to do? I want to go teach English abroad. Why? Very simple. I like new challenges. So if I go to a different country to teach English, new challenge.
Mhm.
And it can just be as simple as that. Now, which country do I want to go to?
Mhm.
Many countries.
Mm.
And so I decided, okay, I wanted to go to Europe or Asia. And eventually, when I decided to come to Asia, there are so many Asian countries. But then I looked at which countries in Asia do I like. I like to watch movies, so I watch Korean movies, I watch Japanese movies, and okay, Korea or Japan. So you can define
Yeah.
your web with very basic things. And eventually, I had a friend in Japan, so I decided to come to Japan because I had a friend here.
Mhm.
So understanding what you want to do, like we said before, why you want to do it,
Mm.
where do you want to do it? If it's a business, do you want to have only an online business? Do you want to have a
Yeah.
physical store? Do you want to have
Yeah.
both? So
Mhm.
all of those things are really important when we're planning and preparing for things before the opportunity actually
The
comes.
opportunity comes in.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Then, so we've done what, why, where.
Why,
The next
where, and
question
then
is when.
when?
When do I want to do it? So I mentioned earlier that in 2018, I was working at a bank in Nigeria, and I decided I wanted to change my career. I wanted to go into teaching English abroad. Now we're looking at when. When do I want to go? I decided to change jobs somewhere around August or September in 2018. And I told myself, I want to get a new opportunity 2019, first quarter or first half of 2019. I want to be
Mm.
teaching English abroad. And so just deciding that automatically gave my mind a time frame to work with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when? Next year, early next year, at the most, first half of next year. It automatically gave myself a timeline.
Mm.
And so knowing when you want to do it is important because
It's
that
important.
takes us to the next question. How?
Yeah. Wow.
So I want to teach English abroad. I know where I want to go. I know when I want to go. But how? Right now, I'm working here. How can I go from here to there? So that's a big question because there's so many things that come under the how. Um, One very important word I'll say here is research.
Mm.
You need to do your research. Thank God for the internet. There's so much information online now. You can read online, you can watch
Yeah,
videos online, you can ask questions online. There's so much information everywhere now. So,
yeah.
research. Now, how do you go from where you are to where you want to be? So, I wanted to go teach English abroad. I have degrees in English language and literature, but that's not enough for me to teach English abroad.
Mm.
Apparently, I need to get a TEFL certificate. And so I had to read up what are the types of certificates available? How can I get these certificates? Which ones are the most recognized in the world? So these are some of the things I had to do to get myself ready to go and teach English abroad.
Yeah.
So in different, it depends on people's cases. If you want to go study in a different country, if you want to go study in another state in Nigeria, or you just want to go to university in your own city, which university do you want to go? When do you want to go there? How can you get yourself from where you are now as a secondary school student or as a worker who wants to go back to school? How can you get yourself from there to the next position? Read, ask questions, just get as much information as you need. That's the first thing, though. And so I found out all about TEFL. I eventually enrolled in one of the courses after I made my choice based on different criteria.
Mm.
But then now I'm enrolled in TEFL. I'm still not teaching English abroad. I still don't have that job I want to have now. So people say, okay, I want to get a job in this big company. They say I need programming skills, or they say I need some
Mm.
communication skills or anything. Now I've gone and I've done some volunteering, I've taken up some new hobbies, I've done a few
Okay.
things, and I've gained this skill. But I'm still not working there.
Mm.
So the first part is doing your research. The second part is getting yourself ready in terms of um, getting the right qualification, getting the right skill, all of those things. And now after all of those is done, what's the next thing? You now have to go ahead and look for those opportunities. If you just sit at home waiting, oh yeah, I have all the skills now. Very soon opportunities will come and look for me. It doesn't always work like that. Some people are lucky. People find them online and give them jobs. But
Yeah.
that's not the case for majority of people. You actually have to go and look for these opportunities by yourself.
Mm.
So that's the next thing. I don't believe you have to wait until you've ticked all the boxes before you start looking for opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was doing my TEFL program, I started in January 2019. It was supposed to end April 2019. But towards the end of February, I began to look for jobs. I applied to many jobs, and my current job, I remember I got this current job in the second week of March. So by the time I was ready to start the job, I had all the things I needed. I had completed my TEFL program. I was just waiting to go ahead and start the job. So we don't always have to tick all the boxes before you start looking for opportunities. You can start looking for them, looking for admission or looking for jobs or looking for sponsorship or whatever it is you need before all of those boxes have been checked. But once you've understood the things you need, you've gotten yourself ready for them, you need to go ahead and seek those opportunities and apply for them. And another thing, which is very, very important, is trust God.
Mm.
Trust God and trust yourself.
Amen.
Trust God.
Welcome.
God says He will prosper the works of our hands. If I've decided what to do and I've taken my time to get myself ready for it, gotten the right skills, gotten the right qualification, and I'm going ahead to apply for it, all I need to do is trust God. So I like to pray. I like to pray about things, and when I pray, I feel encouraged to go ahead. So trust God and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you can get these opportunities. So sometimes you get yourself ready, you've prayed about it, but you still doubt the fact that you can actually get there. So believe in yourself and
All
you
right.
will get there.
Okay. Thank you
Okay,
so
thanks.
much.
That's a lot of talking.
Yeah, we have other questions. But something, the question here, want to appreciate people online here. I see a promise. Mwashuku DK, thank you for tuning in. I see here Mr. I. Thank you so much, sir. I see Amasia Chukwu. Thank you so much for coming at town, Mr. Tanton. I see Franklin Mensah. Thank you, guys. And then G. That's Sister Ginika. Thank you so much. And everyone who is here with us, God bless you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Miss Chidera, before we continue, I have a question, but there's a question here that we need to ask, which was asked, while you are still talking. And the question says, what will you say to those that seem limited by finances? People that have and know nothing or how to exploit these challenges. Yeah, we know that, especially in Africa, so many people, they have career mindset, but financially, they are not able to do so. I know I have a question for you in that regard, that has to do with your background. Maybe you can bring it up here now. Someone may say, I don't have the finances. They may look at you and say your background, where you're coming from, is what has helped you. And I know for sure there are people like that. While I was in university, you see some ladies that they're not able to pay school fees, they are pushed out. But these people now, do you anything you have to say that this is a possible way to exploit all of this in the midst of those challenges?
Okay, so very, very true.
Mm,
Especially back home in Nigeria, a lot of people find it difficult to get some opportunities.
yeah, sure.
And it's quite unfortunate though. However, so the question says people who are limited by finances, you don't have
Yeah,
money to do something.
mm,
Now, we can start with what we can do.
mm,
That's very key. If it, for I will talk about it in different sectors. In terms of education, yeah,
mhm,
people want to go to school. Let's start with people who even want to go to school in Nigeria. So you want to go to school in Nigeria, and uh, you don't have money to pay for your fees.
mm,
Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we don't have so many scholarship opportunities like some other countries have. So
mm,
if you have a financial problems back home, these days there are so many ways you can turn your skill into a source of income. So
okay.
you should have some skill, something you can do. Yeah. Some people are lucky to have family or aunt or uncle or some
Yeah,
big cousin somewhere who can help them financially.
yeah,
But
you're
if
right.
you don't, there are so many other people who have gone through the same process. Get a skill, use your skill to make
Mm,
money. It could be something as simple as making bracelets.
mm,
It could be something as simple as uh, uh, making food or something, selling, like making puff puff or buns or something. The thing
yeah.
is, the problem many of us have, or not many of us, but some people back home have, or some of us in Nigeria, some young people in Nigeria have, is
Mm, mm.
me, sell puff puff, me. That's the mindset. That's the mindset
True.
some of us have, but it
Yeah,
doesn't really
sure.
help anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I used to, I still do now though. Now I mostly do it for a gift. Bracelets. I made bracelets for a while because something I like to make things with my hand, and I'm not really big on asking people for help, so I try to find ways I can do things for myself. So I remember I used to make bracelets during my youth service. I sold quite a lot of them during my youth service, just so I could have a little extra cash for myself. So you need to find something you can do, some form of skill. If you don't have any skill, go and learn something. There are so many now. There are people who make clothes. It's easy for you to learn how to sew if you want to. Uh, and you don't have to go to the big fancy ones that ask you to pay hundreds of thousands of naira. there are some others that are way cheap that you can learn from. And then for people who want to, this is for people who want to like study in Nigeria. So get a skill and turn that skill into a source of income for yourself. Then if you want to go abroad, there are so many opportunities available, scholarships available. If you don't know, then go online and read up and find out. There's a lot of information online that we can learn from and get exposed to some of these opportunities. And in terms of your other question about my background,
Yeah.
hmm. Well, I know I've never had to ask my family to speak to somebody or speak to another person to help me get a job or something. I just don't believe in, I don't believe the fact that I need to have connections somewhere at the top for me to get a job. So I've never asked my family to speak to somebody or do something to help me get a job. And that's just me personally. I just don't really like it. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, it did. It did. And I hope so. But for those with financial challenges, I know it won't be quite easy. Just like you said now,
Yeah.
putting your talent into use. And then I know also well, there are some persons who have put their talent into use, but who is to finance, who is to buy them, who is the opportunity to be positioned where to sell off those things may not be there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know, but that shouldn't be a sole reason why somebody shouldn't try. It's good to also
Yeah.
try. Yeah, it shouldn't
Exactly.
be. Yeah, and like you said before, also prayers. If you trust God, He will make a way, even when it looks like you don't have that opportunity. I know God, if He's with you, and if you trust Him, He will surely make a way. You surely make a way. We can look at that from the Bible. You see Esther. The life of Esther challenges me. Even the uncle went to go and hide her, but still they have to search her out. That's to tell you that when God is interested in you, irrespective of what the challenge is, there will always be a way out. Thank you so much for doing justice to that. Also want to appreciate Kosolochukwu is here. Thank you. Chinwe Ilechukwu, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a Ijoma Etel. God bless you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please do well to subscribe, okay? And hit the notification button. Thank you so much. So please, Ms. Dara, the next question has to do with what does your faith in God, what role does it play in your success story thus far? Your faith in God, what role does it play?
Okay. Uh, my faith in God, that's basically my driving force. Yeah. And when we talk about faith, what is faith? I like the way the Living Bible puts it. It starts with the question, what is faith? And then it
Mm,
says, faith is the, excuse me, the
sorry.
confident assurance of
Mm,
something we want that is going to happen. It is a
mm,
certainty that what we hope for
mm,
is waiting for us, even though we cannot see it right now.
mm,
Paraphrase. So that's faith. So the confident assurance that something we want is going to happen. And that's
yeah.
basically what we're talking about today. So basically, believing that an opportunity I want in the future,
Mm,
I will get it eventually. So even though I don't have that opportunity now, but sometime, with time, with progress,
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
eventually get there.
Mm,
And that's one thing. Another passage I also like is Deuteronomy 30, verse 9. The first line of that passage says, and the Lord your God will abundantly prosper with everything you do.
you lay your hands upon.
Yes, exactly. So God will prosper what you do. So you have to be doing something for God
Something.
to prosper.
Yeah.
If you're just sat at home, just sitting down and just waiting for somebody to help,
Opportunity.
I don't mean that in a negative sense, but just
Yeah.
I don't want to try. I don't like teaching. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this. I'm just going to wait for the bank job until that one comes. I'm just going to wait. So if you're not doing anything, what is God going to prosper?
Mm,
So you have to be doing something for him to prosper. And so that's why I tell myself how I interpret that passage to myself. I'm like, so basically, what God is saying is, I should sit down, think, pray, plan, decide what I want to do, go ahead and start doing it, and then He will prosper it.
Mm.
So we have to be doing something. So, in terms of my faith, just as much as I like to think and plan ahead of things, I love to pray about everything. The Bible says, those are led by the Spirit of God are the sons of God. I believe I'm a child of God. And so when I pray and I think and I plan, I believe that eventually, whatever decision that I finally take is being led by the Spirit of God. So
Yes.
it's important to pray. We know this
Mm.
famous quote by what's his name, Dave Ramsey. Pray like it all depends on God, and
Yeah.
work like it all depends
Right.
on you. So that's how I do it. I like to pray as if prayer is everything, and when I
Mm.
set out to work or plan towards doing something, I give it my best shot. Like it only depends on my hard work.
This is it. Thank you so much. So, one's faith in God has a very huge part to play in the journey to career or whatever thing you are doing for it to succeed. You have to really trust God. And I like the part what you said. You have to be doing something because you don't expect success to just come when there's nothing you are doing. And that brings me to the last question I want to ask. And that is your advice. We have so many youths who we prefer to stay idle, but they want to make it in life by all means. And I mean it. They don't want to work. Some will tell you, I don't want to go to school, but they want to make it by all means. They want a success to come, whether it will just fall on them or whatever. I don't know. So, what advice do you have for such, and what advice do you have for every young person on their journey to success? Thank
Okay. Yeah.
you.
Well, everybody knows the quote, Benjamin Franklin. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail.
Well, that is it.
If you don't plan to succeed,
Mhm.
maybe I can say you're planning to fail.
Okay.
And success only comes by hard work, right?
Mm.
I'm not saying I'm not the most successful person, of course, and I'm still on my
Sure,
journey, yeah.
sure, of course, of course.
But you need to plan and you need to work hard if you're ever going to get something you want to achieve. You're ever going to achieve anything you want to, achieve. Yeah.
Mm.
So as young people, it's easy for us to have big dreams, have envision some huge empire we're going to run someday, envision some mouth-watering salary we're going to be earning someday. It's easy for us to do all of those.
Mm.
But if we don't put in the work, if we don't work hard, we can't get there. And it's always good to start with the little that you have. Start
Mm.
with that little thing you can do. If it's making bracelets, if it's making food, if it's anything really, start with that little thing that you have.
Mm.
If it's going to school, whatever it is, just give things your best shot. When
Mm.
you start with something, give it your best shot because everything you're doing, you're building skills, you're building capacity for the bigger things you do in the future. The Bible says, he that's faithful with little, more will be given to him.
Sure,
So
sure.
that little one that you have, that's seemingly not so fancy job that you have, do it, do it well because you're building capacity, you're gaining skills that will be useful in the next opportunity you have. And for people who just want to sit at home, you hear some people say they want bank job. It's kind of very common in Nigeria. I want bank job. But then somebody is offering you a teaching job, or someone is offering you another form of job, and you're like, me, I don't like teaching. Me, I don't like me, I don't like. Take that one, start with it, work hard at it, gain experience from it. Eventually, when the bank job comes, you will do better there. So
Sure.
we should stop. We shouldn't be looking down on jobs, and we should work hard. Another thing is, in Nigeria, we tend to have a mindset of I need to know somebody that knows somebody that knows
No,
another
somebody.
person at the top who can get me an opportunity. But that's not always the case. Really, that's not always the case. Like I said earlier, I don't think I've ever asked somebody to speak to somebody else to help me get a job. I like to go through the process by myself because it helps me appreciate it in the end. So when I go through the application process and prepare for the interview and go and shake and speak and go through all of those, I'll know how much I worked to get this position. So when I
Okay.
finally get there, I'll give it my best shot. So
Mm,
I'm not saying it doesn't happen back home. Of course, when you have connections in Nigeria, it helps, and in many other places. But
mm,
that's not the only way. We shouldn't zero our mind that if I don't have connection, I can't succeed. Work hard, learn how to sell yourself, gain all the skills you need, learn how to sell yourself confidently to people, if it's for jobs or scholarship or anything. And that's it. So basically, for us Nigerians, for us young people back home, work hard. Really, that's it.
yeah.
Don't be
Thank
lazy.
you.
Take every
Yeah,
opportunity. Give it your best shot, and you will go places.
that is it. Thank you so much. As Ms. Chiwehe says, even if you fail, learn from your mistakes and keep moving on. Remain
Exactly.
focused. You will definitely succeed. You definitely
Exactly.
succeed, even if you fail.
Exactly.
And that brings me, I was talking with a young person that was yesterday on business issue, and the person was like, everyone I'm talking to is saying no. They don't. I said, don't worry. In the midst of 10 no's, one person will say yes.
Of course.
Okay. So it doesn't matter all the negativity you're receiving is not working out. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Sometimes
Mhm.
people tend to drop midway. And I
Yeah.
want to add something to your advice also. The advice you gave you just what is needed. Like you said before, you start making bracelets and now you do it for gifts. People should also do things with I don't know, will I say that mindset of be patient. And you say something, say you've not even gotten the job, you do like what you are doing now. Some persons, your job may be something you just offer it, you are doing it to improve yourself. I
Mhm.
know someone who is working in a place here in Kuwait, this place we are living in, and she's not being paid, but she's going to that place just to improve herself, okay, because she does not have the qualification to gain a job in that area. This also will help the question that Mrs. G asked. People that don't have, the money financially to go up. So these things can help. If you don't have the money you need to further the education to the level you want it, you can start somewhere. The problem most of our African youths have, I'm sorry I use that word, most African youths have, is that we want to be paid in everything that we do. We don't want to do things, render services just for free. You never
Yeah.
can tell the person you're doing it for, the company you're doing it for, will eventually pay you. But they want to know your loyalty. You know, you have these things coming, you are doing this and you don't have the money. Try as much as to render them for free in order to do what? Improve yourself. The person is going to that place now to go and work for free. She's not being paid because she tends and she wants to get a job in that company. And I'm sure by the time she completes, like let's say 5 months, 6 months, but I bet you an average youth will say, what is this for? I can't do this. I remember I was working back home in Nigeria, that's in ICAPS, Imo Broadcasting. I wasn't being paid. In fact, my salary is being owed till today. Let me say it here now. They didn't pay me, but I know the value I got there. All right. I was paying my transport, going to the place, go every day. They give me assignment, I'll do. I had to, at a time I interviewed the, governor, and I met some, in quotes, those top officials there. If I was keen into the money they are paying me, I'm sure I would have missed out on such opportunities. So sometimes it's not only about money, it's about you being patient. It's about you being focused. This is what you want, and you are working in line with it. And like what you also said again, you pray, let God lead you. We really appreciate you. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
this. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that. I know that a lot of values have been added. I learned a lot myself. Yeah, nobody is perfect. We are not yet there.
Of
We are still
course.
progressing. Another thing again is that You must not make it at that age of 25. You want to get it. Someone may be at the age of 25, and your own chance may be later on in life. That
Mhm.
patience is a key word that will help us out. We appreciate you so much for coming to Plove
Thank you
TV.
for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you again soonest. I
Thank
know that
you.
our audience will be glad to see you. Today was wonderful. Okay, we'll have a Tito Love. She says, Chidera, this is your cousin Tito. Well done there. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Hi,
And then
Tito.
yeah. And then this is okay, this is Pastor Abraham Vio. See, awesome. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. And this is Ijoma Ethel says your faith is your driving force. This is beautiful. That's the advice that I give. That is wonderful. Yes, your faith is your driving force. Thank you so much, guys. Please do well to subscribe. Please share this video if you got value from it, and I'm sure you did. Please. And I'm still your lady Plove, and today we hosted the awesome Chidera Ilechukwu. She was our guest today. We
Thank
love you,
you.
Dera, and we appreciate you. And it's my prayer that the Lord will continue to shine his light upon you, and you will
Amen.
succeed as you have set out to succeed the things the Lord has put in your heart. You will succeed in them, and you will do
Amen.
him proud. Thank you so much. Thank you. This
Thank
person says,
you.
great. Love, many thanks to you and Chi girl. Remain blessed. And you too. Thank you so much, ma. God bless you. Till I come your way next time, I'm still your lady Love. Subscribe, like, and share the videos. God bless you all. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, then I have a word for your audience. Okay, you can just your audience, you have any word for them
Oh,
to appreciate? Yeah, like your friends that may come.
yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to listen to me and Love. We are glad you came. And as we all keep working hard, we shall meet at the top.
Thank you. God bless you, Love, and Chidera was awesome time. Okay, that's promise. Thank you, sir. God bless you. See you all. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.